Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. Testing. Make sure my stream is good here. As you can see on the screen, by the way, um, we have a little bit of an issue with the were lizard. Okay, so this is our first. Is it a legendary creature? I don't think so. I don't even know the difference, but it's one of these event creatures, and this is the first one. You typically get a were creature the first time. This were lizard, thank goodness, is not as strong as, say, a were panda or something like that. But it has the ability to infect our dwarves and spread lycanthropy. So what we want to do, we're going to do a few things on pause. But first we got to find him. By the way, I'm going to go running here in about 45 minutes, so this will be a relatively concise episode, in theory. Okay, and, I apologize for bringing them back to back one after the other. I really should do a better job spacing things out, but I just don't care that much. So we're on pause, and the first thing is we got to find this guy. And keep in mind we've got dwarves out. We've got this guy up here. This looks like a... Oh, he's a fisher, okay. And then we got these guys down here next to the entrance. A soap maker and a bowyer, and I'm not sure what they're up to, but... we gotta find the were panda, or the were lizard. Typically they spawn towards the edge of the map, and you might not see them until they get within, 20 or 30 tiles of a dwarf or something. And so that's why some people do lookout towers and whatnot, give them a little edge. Okay, and our guy is actually fairly close because he's right here. So we do have a bit of a issue there. And keep in mind, a lot of our cats are up here, so first thing is first, I'm going to go ahead and, I should have done this a long time ago, but I got to remove this. It's not safe to have the wagon up here. I'm also going to remove, yeah, I'm in the process of removing some of these other ones. Remove the carpenter. But, that's going to be a very, very ineffective method of dealing with this guy. So what we are basically need to do is we need to get all of our dwarves inside before this guy gets down into our fortress itself. So the best way to do that is to create a burrow. And so what we want to do is we want to create a burrow that has access to our door levers. So we press W for burrow. We're going to go A, add new burrow, burrow 1. I'm going to press enter to select it. Press N, I'm going to call it panic, or let's call it safe. Let's be a little bit more optimistic about it. And then we're going to paint it in by using the enter command. So I'm going to have it, I'm going to allow myself to access our farms. And this hallway more by and large. And right up through there, but not anywhere over here. So our dwarves have to make it to here before they'll be satisfied. Burrow is basically an area you set aside just to get away or to, like, avoid danger. It forces your dwarves into a particular area. So I'm designating that entire staircase. And I'm going to designate this entire room because there's a big lever there as well as the hospital. And this is our other entrance down, so I'm going to designate this. It's past the bridge, so I'm okay with designating it. And I'll designate this whole area here as well and connect that to the staircase, basically. You don't have to be as precise with it as I am being here. But, okay. And I gotta do this staircase. Okay. So now we have a basic burrow that covers our two entrances and connects right here. I guess what I'll do is I'll add just a little bit of flexibility to it. by adding some space. I will go ahead and add our stone stockpile to it as well. That way dwarves can continue collecting stone while there's danger. What the hell, just paint right over this whole thing. You can paint right through walls, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and paint this whole area. And this whole area as well. Okay. So, you know, let me paint this so they can continue storing that rock. Actually, that's economic stone. They're not going to store that anyway. So, you know, basically what this means is the dwarves have to find a blue area and go to it. And that's all I'm going to do for now on the Burrow. Well, maybe I'll just do a little bit more. Okay, so that should be good. Maybe I'm not gonna let them stay in their homes. Okay, so we have a Burrow now. And it's pretty good. It's a little bit more comprehensive than probably it needs to be, but why not? I'm gonna press M now. Oops. You know what, that's all you gotta do is designate it. You don't have to do anything else. Press M, press A for alerts. We'll deal with military in a second, but we're gonna go to alerts first. And we're gonna add a new alert. So press C, add new alert. Gonna name it, capital N. We're gonna call it Panic Stations. If I can spell. Alright, and then we're gonna scroll over and we just highlight this Burrow that we just created, safe. And we're gonna select it. That way everybody knows that they have to go to safe. And we're gonna go to, right now our civilian, what we have called a civilian alert, CIV there, is set to inactive. We're gonna set it to panic by clicking enter on panic. That'll cause all the dwarves to go into the panic station unless they're a member of the military. Okay? So that's half of what I want to do. The other half is going to involve Dwarf Therapist. Now, the good news is, as you can see down here, I reloaded the game and it's recognizing all of our dwarves now. We have 21. But what I want to do is create a very concise military squad. So what I want to do, Zuglar, well, the easiest way to do this is like this. Let me figure out who's going to be the leader. So I basically have these three guys here, maybe this guy from melee, we'll see. No. Okay, these three guys here, and this guy. And I think Vukar should probably be the leader. Although, yeah, he's a good teacher. So let's make Vukar the leader. Now the way to do this, we're going to do like a little ranger squad here. And you want to press M. Actually, let's do the N. We're going to call the militia commander, and we're going to make it Vukar. Okay. So now we have a military commander. Now you can do this from this screen as well, but it's a little easier to see it by starting with the noble. Our military commander is going to be the leader of this squad. I'm going to make it an archer squad. We'll deal with like uniforms and all that other stuff later, but an archer will default to have leather armor and leather gear if they can, and then a ranged weapon. So we're going to select enter, and then we're going to add people to the squad. Now, rather than add them here, you can go back to Dwarf Therapist, and we're going to read the dwarves. Okay, now Vukar is blue. That means he or she is the leader. He's the leader. And he's the best hunter we have. He's a really good teacher. Oh, that's toughness. Teacher. Really good teacher. We're going to add these three guys. So we're going to go right-click, assign to squad. The Constructive Fangs is the only squad we have. Assign to squad, Constructive Fangs. Assign to squad, Constructive Fangs. Okay, so now we have 4 guys in our squad. And if I commit these changes here, and I go back here, I get out of that screen, I go again. They're all added there. It's just a lot easier to do it in Dwarf Therapist. Okay, so now, since I have my civilians running inside, I need to close my gates, and I need to position my military squad, because my military squad is not otherwise going to respond. So I'm going to have my military squad... Which, do you think he's going to come in the ramp or the stairs? Probably the ramp, because he's closer. So let's press S for squad, A to select our constructive fangs, and we're going to do M for move. I'm going to move them right there. So that'll make our squad kind of go in that general area. I'm also going to immediately task somebody to pull this lever by selecting Q and then A, add task, capital P, pull lever. Okay. That's all I need to do. Keep in mind this might not go well. I'm going to slowly let the game progress until the lizard gets close. I also need to close my stairwell door, but I'm going to wait until my dwarves are inside before I do that. And that might be kind of risky. The music is so depressing when somebody gets a noble job. I just don't understand that. Okay, so... Yeah, a bunch of people canceled their tasks because they're not in the borough that they're supposed to be in. So they're running. In the meantime, you can see here, our were-lizard has gone after this guy, the donkey, and that's okay. We don't really need the donkey. It'd be nice if I could keep that water buffalo, but we'll get him later. I'm more worried about the dogs and stuff, and they really should come inside. And they're gonna come inside because what is this guy doing here? Zuglar, you should not be attacking. Sometimes the dwarves are hard to control. I'm terribly worried. So Zuglar just shot the were-lizard, and the were-lizard is distracted, in fairness, by this donkey. But it didn't hit, I guess. Yeah, the were-lizard's gonna go after him now. Great. Well, I have the feeling we're gonna lose Zuglar, but it's better for the team. Why are you running up here, dude? Oh, you're a traitor. Like a trader. Not a traitor. It's very important we keep in mind who has been attacking the were-lizard, because we might have to isolate them later. And actually, if we go to Zuglar, and we do his wounds, he is stunned. His left upper arm, upper body, and right foot are broken. His neck is gone. In fact, we can actually go... Is it R? I think it's R for reports. Yeah. It's not quite as detailed. So R is reports, A is announcements. But there's like a more detailed one. I thought there was a more detailed one. Maybe it's... Why is the miner fighting? Okay, so I clicked on this guy. Tearing the muscle and bruise. But that's all old reports. I don't know why it's talking about Osprey. I'm looking for discussion of this battle. Oh well. I will have to like look that up, how to view that a little bit more better detail, but I don't think he's doing well, to be honest. Actually, yeah, it's got some blood there. Pile of vomit. Sometimes you can look around the battlefield and see, like, bones and shit that are, like, literally flying off your guys. We have bruised the left hand of this lizard and the lower body, so it's not like it's walking away scot-free. I mean, it's possible that our guy is going to kill him, but problem is our guy is almost certainly infected with the lycanthropy now, so I just need everybody else to get inside. Well, unfortunately our guy died. The other hunters were out in the field and they just came across this fight, so they're just going to naturally go for it. Unfortunately, as you can see here, our Zuglar's corpse is now there, so we did lose a guy. And now we're going to lose Tossid as well, it looks like. Yeah, and the lizard's doing just fine. Ooh, I actually think he got him. Yeah, he got got him in the neck. Nice. If I go to Tossid, so he's got a broken right arm, and his right upper leg has been removed, I guess. Let's just let this play out. And in the meantime, this hunter is like going up to this other guy's corpse to get his stuff, and then he's gonna fight him. So that's because I just didn't have enough equipment there. Okay, well, basically I think we've lost 3 dwarves is the long and short of it. And actually we can confirm that by pressing squad. Well, actually military. And yes, we only have 1 person in our 4-person squad now, so we've lost 3 dwarves. The good news is that the lizard is injured. Quite, you know, noticeably. Probably, I don't want to say enough to be fatal, but certainly enough to be not having a good day. And if we go down to here now, why is this guy not going inside? Fishery worker, you should not be out here. Okay, the were-lizard has turned into a human. And of course, when they were things oscillate between a were form and a non-were form. So if I had my military attack him now, and I can't, I guess. I have to cancel station, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, K. I can definitely have my military attack him now, and they won't be in danger, but it's risky because he can turn back into a were creature. So let's see if that does anything. He's kind of slow. And our Marksdwarf is picking up the dead guy's equipment, so... Okay, he left. So that crisis is averted, I guess, for now. But what I'm going to do... I mean, I'll keep Tech-It as our Marksdwarf, I guess. But, I'm going to go to Squad A, cancel. And I'm just going to make sure that the guy is truly gone. And looks to be okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to military, A, alerts, and I'm going to set civilians to inactive. And they'll stop getting those annoying cancellation messages. Okay, so I'm actually fairly pleased with how that turned out. Even though I lost a couple guys. I know for a fact that we're not going to have any infected members of our town. I'm going to open this bridge again. Because the 3 people that interacted with the were-lizard are dead. Now, the next thing that's going to happen is some people are going to start burying them. And the good news is I've got 5 caskets below from earlier. Still waiting on those farms to construct, strangely enough. So we now have 18 dwarves, which is still under the immigration limit. I think that immigration limit picked up when I restarted the game. Let me just make sure that I don't have any stray animals outside. Nope, we should be okay. Okay. So, what was I gonna do? Oh. So going down to our current casket level, you can see that they're burying our guys, Vukar, who is the good one, Zuglar, and Tausid. Sad. Ooh. So, our dwarves are going to continue to bury those guys. And yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to build a craft dwarf's workshop next to the stone stockpile here. I'm going to have build a carpentry here. Yeah, let's do it here. Okay, and I'm going to build, we're going to do another atomic stockpile, or quantum stockpile, right here. So we'll wait for that to construct. In the meantime, I'm going to put a wood stockpile. I'm only going to make that size, and another one there. I'm going to click S on this, and I'm going to do A, take from links only. This one should be good. Wood stockpile is the easiest quantum stockpile to make because you don't have to change a lot of the settings. There's only wood. There's no like specific types of wood. I mean, you can specify types of wood, but we're never going to be that picky. Make sure these columns continue to get engraved. Okay. So we'll wait for a second for somebody to come build that. As you can see, our idlers in the top right are 0, so we're doing just fine. Okay, for some reason nobody's building that. People are getting upset because certain items are lost or destroyed, I guess. I'm not sure if that's something that happened in relation to that attack just now. By the way, with the 3 dead guys, that means there's going to be some equipment laying on the ground here and there, which is going to include things like clothes and obviously their weapons and stuff. All that's slated for removal, so that's fine. I'll just wait. I wonder if our guys ever went down here and dug this. I don't understand why they're not digging this. I mean, they clearly have access. Yeah, I just don't understand why they're not going down there. Maybe if I just let the game run a little bit more, they'll get bored with whatever they're doing and go down there. I've been slowly but surely, building floor in here as well. Been using coffee wood for this. I only have 10 left. Oh, whatever. That's how you would do it. Is B, capital C, F. And then you just use U and K to expand your little grid. Okay. Well, the main point of this episode today was to show you military. Now, had my guys gotten injured, they would have come down and set themselves in the hospital here. I've got my kitchen set to cook some things, so people are having fun with that. I guess my miners are probably way down below. So let me show you that. Oh, and I need to finish securing this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to designate, remove construction, get rid of this floor here. We don't need it. And once that gets done, we'll put a wall there instead. I wish the game would let me put a wall right over a floor, because that would make sense. Okay, so that should really secure that stair ramp. And then I can build a bridge here for security against the cavern. Retract upwards. Make it out of mica because it's close by. I'll do a lever as well. Capital T L. B, capital T L for the lever. And I'll just let that go. Okay, so here we've been digging out this galena. Probably want to wall this off once I'm done getting the galena collected. Okay. Oh, a pig gave birth. Or no, it became a sow, rather. Okay. Still digging. And there's galena here. I might at some point do a microcline dig. Okay, we're still digging. Here's going to be some tetrahedrite. That's going to be valuable. Crystal. Looks like we got pretty deep. I'm just vein mining the crystals adjacent to the stairwell. Nothing on these levels. Here we have a tetrahedrite level. And this is olivine, which is a nice green stone we can use for cosmetic purposes if we need to, if we want to. And we'll grab some of this. Hell, I could just do that. So it's olivine mixed with tetrahedrite. That's going to be really useful. I'll have to wall that in later, but... Okay, and that's all the far down we went. Let's see how far down we can see now. If we've increased our vision, it looks like we have. Because we were just only able to see a little bit right here, and now we're able to see a bigger cross-section of the floor of the cavern, and this is the actual floor here. So, looking right at it, and actually there's no surface. These just grow. So they're underwater trees. They're rooted in this water level. This is the actual surface of the cavern. So it's all flooded. But that's not a bad thing, because that means we can do like wells and stuff. Actually, you know what I could do? Let's find like one space off to the side here. We know that this square that I'm on is going to be water at the bottom, which means that if this happens to emerge in a convenient location, we could build a giant well. Somewhat convenient. It's right on the wall there. It goes through the trade depot. Because what I'd like is to get it up to here. Near the... Well, we're going to do a hospital somewhere else anyway, so that might make sense. Maybe I'd put the hospital down here. I'm just going to mark it. Okay, so it goes right up to there. I'm actually just going to dig one there because I don't want to break quite through until I'm ready. And that might be a somewhat dangerous proposition to begin with anyway. But this is like the easy peasy well. You don't have to like dig a big network of water systems. So that's why I like it. Let's find our beginning of this, and I'll just connect this up here. So somebody in theory should be able to dig that out whenever they feel like it, and we will be in the beginning part of a well construction. Looks like everybody's doing fine up here. Why is this guy... Okay, he's removing it now, I suppose. But the dog really was jetting around there. Okay, and we're saving. I think this is a good opportunity to call it an episode. The main point of this episode was just to show the military. I'll do a little bit more off-camera digging and stuff, but essentially what we're going to do is next episode we're just going to work on our workshops and work on developing some special rooms and things like that. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and I'm really excited to play. But thank you for watching. This has been a short little military episode. It's like military basics. We'll do an advanced military episode later when we get metal. But yeah, I'm really excited. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Dwarf Fortress.